You're watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Boerne High School, Boerne ISD Stadium here, home of the Boerne Greyhounds tonight, where Medina Valley is getting ready to take on the Boerne Greyhounds. This is Game 2 of the season for the Panthers and for Boerne. The Panthers come in 0-1 after a loss to Waco La Vega last week, and Boerne comes in after beating Yoakum last week. They are 1-0, so the Panthers looking to get their first win of the season. I'm Jared Lucky, along here with Maury Stein and Jeff Stivers, and Maury, we had a good night for a ball game here on a Thursday.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for better weather in South Texas. Slightly overcast, which is just perfect. The sun is behind the clouds. It's cooling off as the evening goes on. You're in the beautiful hill country in Boerne, and Jared, you know what a night for football. A Thursday night, probably have more people tuning in than normal because of the Thursday night, which is a good thing. So I want to welcome our listeners who are listening on board, and hope we can bring this game to you. And hopefully the teams on the field will make it exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, Boerne came to Medina Valley, a game that the Panthers would win. They got up pretty big in that game and then put some of their second string in and stuff, and then Boerne scored some points and made it a little more interesting at the end. And so Medina Valley, like we said, coming off of a 28-14 loss against Waco La Vega. Waco La Vega came in highly favored in that game. It was a 7-0 La Vega lead at halftime. Medina Valley in that game all the way. There were some good positives to take out of it. You're not going to see quite the athletic team that you saw last week here with Boerne.
Well, and especially in the second half, you know, it was 7-0 at halftime. Then Waco La Vega rattled off 21 straight points, but then the Panthers on their last drive went to the quick hitters with Charlie Morse just taking a couple of steps back and dinking and dunking and moved all the way down to the field and scored. And you almost, I don't want to say you almost hated to see that, because I know that was something that Coach Chris didn't want to show that early, but it was important to the team and the morale of the team to show that and just show a little bit of, hey, we're better than this on offense, and we're going to show it to you right now. And that's what the Panthers did with that late touchdown, and it built up a little bit momentum going into this ball game. And last week, Boerne came into the same situation as Medina Valley with a very lopsided spread against them. Boerne overcame the obstacles and came out of that ball game with a win, and a big win over Yoakum.
Yeah, absolutely, Maury. You're right. And we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and talk a little more about the game. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue here in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
The biggest sale of the year is happening right now at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer, where you'll get our lowest posted prices of the year on 19 award-winning models like the rugged Silverado, the all-new Traverse, or the fuel-efficient Cruze. North Park Chevrolet is also staying open until 10 p.m. every weekend in August, so you have more time to take advantage of these great deals. And this month only, North Park Chevrolet is giving you 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of worry-free maintenance with your new Chevrolet. As the winner of GM's Mark of Excellence Award for sales volume and customer satisfaction, it's no wonder more people are buying from North Park Chevrolet than ever before. Find new roads and experience Chevrolet the North Park way, just 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or online at npchevy.com. Highest rated dealer based on sales volume and customer satisfaction.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Boerne ISD Stadium. This is the home of Boerne High School and the Boerne Champion Chargers. They share this stadium tonight, home of the Greyhounds. The reason we're playing on Thursday, I believe that Boerne Champion is home tomorrow night, and that's why we're doing this on Thursday night here. 7 o'clock start because there's school tomorrow. And partly cloudy skies here. It's not quite as hot as it's been the last couple of weeks here. Not as hot as it was for the Waco-La Vega game, which is really nice. But looking forward to this game here tonight between Medina Valley, and hopefully the Panthers can get their first win of the season here and keep going in the right direction.
Well, and every time, it doesn't matter what the records are. It's kind of like when Medina Valley plays Hondo. When Medina Valley plays the Greyhounds, it's usually a real good ball game, a close ball game. It's a ball game that in between the sidelines, it's determined out on the field. There's very seldom any extra curricular activity going on, as we witnessed last week. A lot of late hits. It was just a sloppy ball game all around as far as the play on the field, and even the officiating was a little suspect. It was their first game and stuff, but you'd like to see them shore that stuff up. And the penalties are another thing. Jared, Medina Valley in the first half against the Pirates last week very seldom made any mistakes. In the second half, they came out and got a little bit sloppy at times. Of course, both teams were a little chippy in the second half and, overreacted on a few plays. But I'm looking forward to some good football tonight, and I think that's what we're going to see here in Boerne.
Yeah, I think you're right, Maury. One of the things that I know a lot of people had some question marks with is what was the offense going to do? They changed the style of offense they were running. They went from more of a wing-back tight formation, running the ball a lot, to we're going to spread you out and still try to run the ball. But Medina Valley showed last week, especially toward the end of that game, after the first few possessions, they started moving the ball. Charlie Marsh he threw the ball very well, I thought, in that football game. He got some help from his receivers. Gibson scored on a passing play, something we hadn't seen before. Usually he's running the ball for touchdowns. But Medina Valley had a lot of good positives coming out of that game, even though it was a 28-14 loss. Now they just need to build on that coming into this football game.
Well, one of the things you did mention, and I was going to mention if you didn't bring it up, was the receivers. The receivers made a lot of great plays in traffic.
Yep.
And something we didn't, we had the benefit of two tall receivers last year that had good speed. Not as much height, not as much speed on the outside for the Panthers, but it looks like they're going to make up the difference with the sure hands because they never dropped a pass that should have been caught.
No, you're right. Mason Doyen, Garrison Garza caught some passes in there. Gibson getting involved in the passing game. Wesley Pardo, different players like that that got involved in the passing game. And like you said, they made the catches when the ball was there to catch.
You even saw the big man throw a pass.
Yeah, Gibson did.
And resulted in a pass interference.
Yeah, you're right. Another thing to take from last week's game, Medina Valley didn't fare so well against the running attack defensively, but you have to give Waco-La Vega a lot of credit. They had some big boys on the line. They had a lot of athleticism and a lot of speed as the Panthers come out on the field. Medina Valley shut their passing attack down completely, and you think if they can shore up that running game a little bit, that they'll be in pretty good shape moving forward. And the captains are going to meet right now in the middle of the field. And for the Boerne Greyhounds, that's going to be number 74, Sean McClendon, number 13, Jacob Nito, number 3, Colin Fisher, and number 32 is Joshua Jimenez. For the Panthers, number 45, Josh Gibson. Looks like number 1 out there for the Panthers, Dawson Grove. And looking to the other side, I can't get those numbers yet, but they're going through the coin flip. I believe that's Grant. Number 21 is going to be Taylor Weir. And then there's one more out there, but we'll get him to you as soon as we can. As the referee's kind of going over things here. Ground rules. And, yeah, that Spencer Payne is going to be the other captain for the Panthers.
4 seniors out there for Medina Valley. Panthers call the toss.
And Boerne wins the toss and has deferred. And so it looks like Medina Valley is going to get the ball first to start the ball game. And the Panthers are going to be moving left to right to start the game. And they will receive. So the Panthers will get the ball first to start the ball game after the coin toss. Set things up a little bit for you here, and Mari's got the starting lineups for you before the national anthem here.
Panthers will go on offense, so we'll go over the offense first. At left tackle will be Zach Lawyer. At left guard, Gio Villafane. Center will be Spencer Payne. Right guard, Justin Hutnack. Right tackle, Jared Lackey. Running back, James Gibson. Wide receiver, Mason Doyen. Wide receiver, Wesley Pardo. Wide receiver, Caden Hernandez. And the other wide receiver, Mason Vogel. At the helm for the Panthers will be the quarterback, Charlie Marsh. When the Panthers move to the defensive side of the ball, defensive tackles, Trace Ferguson and Zach Hecker. Defensive ends, J.J. Marty and Joe Tarvin. Linebackers tonight will be Grant Snyder and Taylor Weir. The rover will be Devin Stubing. The bandit, Tyler Magnum. Cornerback, Mr. Tanner Bippert. The other cornerback, Noah Ragosa. And the free safety, Dawson Grove.
Those are your starting lineups for the Panthers as the Boerne Greyhounds come out on the field. Boerne running through their Greyhound head they have over here. They'll be wearing purple jerseys with white pants, purple helmets with the looks like a silver number on the side of their helmets. And for the Panthers, they'll be wearing white jerseys with black pants, orange numbers on the jerseys with the orange letter Panther on the front, black helmets with the MV logo on the side with the Panther going through it, and then an orange number on the other side, which we saw them wear for the first time last week. And so both teams out on the field now as they'll get ready for the national anthem, and when we get a little bit closer to that, we're going to go ahead and take another break. But I want to wait until they announce it here at the stadium. And they are right now. And so we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we will come back with all the play-by-play. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community 80 years ago, and for 80 years, we've delivered safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We're proud to be a part of this community and to serve beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and so much more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
The biggest sale of the year is happening right now at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer, where you'll get our lowest posted prices of the year on 19 award-winning models like the rugged Silverado, the all-new Traverse, or the fuel-efficient Cruze. North Park Chevrolet is also staying open until 10 p.m. every weekend in August, so you have more time to take advantage of these great deals. And this month only, North Park Chevrolet is giving you $1 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of worry-free maintenance with your new Chevrolet. As the winner of GM's Mark of Excellence Award for sales volume and customer satisfaction, it's no wonder more people are buying from North Park Chevrolet than ever before. Find new roads and experience Chevrolet the North Park way, just 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or online at npchevy.com. Highest rated dealer based on sales volume and customer satisfaction.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Boerne as we're getting ready for the game to start as the color guard marches the flags off the field here after national anthem performed by the Boerne choir down there. It sounded very good.
Beautiful
we could hear
job.
it up here in the press box. And we're ready for this game to get going here as Medina Valley. It does not look – the Panther band didn't travel to this, did they? I don't see the band here.
Well, and I think the last time Medina Valley played here, the band actually was a little late.
Really?
So I don't know if it could have got stuck in
Traffic
maybe.
But the Boerne band sitting in the end zone over here to our right. The left end zone where we're sitting on the home side, left end zone is purple with the word Greyhounds in it. Right end zone is the midnight blue with the word Chargers in it for Boerne champion. And Maury and Jeff will be back here in a couple of weeks when Medina Valley takes on the champion Chargers. I will not be here for that game. That's the only one I'll miss all year.
Special occasion?
Yep. And so,
how special? Tell the audience what's happening.
My wedding.
Well, there you go.
That's my rehearsal dinner that night, and then I get married the next day. But we'll have all those games for you live here on Medina Valley Broadcast Network. And tomorrow night, I'd like to remind everybody that it'll be the first volleyball broadcast of the season at against Southwest Legacy, and I think that's at Southwest Legacy, right? Yeah, and it is an away game at Southwest Legacy, but it'll be live here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. You can listen to it on YouTube or on Facebook Live, and there will be video for that broadcast. As we're ready to get going here, the Panthers and the Greyhounds have taken the field. The Greyhounds ready to kick the ball away. Looks like number 40 will do the kicking for them. That's Scott Hetty. Back deep for the Panthers is going to be Tyler Mangum. Looks like Tanner Bippert on the far side, and in the middle, that looks like number 13, I believe, Caden Hernandez, yep. And so the kick is away, a high kick that's going to go over the head of Mangum and go out of bounds at the 1 yard line. That was very close to getting in the end zone, and it's almost like a coffin-cornered punt went out of bounds right at the 1.
We were watching the kicker in pregame. No, he didn't touch it. And he was kicking them from the 30-yard line field goal attempts, and he was actually knocking them through with regularity.
And they're going to re-kick this. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and a re-kick. The Panthers, they could have taken the field position, I believe.
They could have taken it to 25.
Right, but they're going to make Boerne kick it off from the 35-yard line now instead of the 40. Hernandez, Mangum, and Bippert back deep to receive again for the Panthers as Hetty ready to kick it away. And Hetty ready to go here as the Greyhounds line up across the 30. And he will run up, put his right foot into it, a high end-over-end kick that is going to be taken by Hernandez at the 4-yard line. Starts up the field to the 15, up to the 20, 25, and he's brought down around the 26-yard line there. And that is where the Panthers will start, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
Number 26, Andrew Parkin, on the stop there for the Greyhounds. Actually got about a half a more yard than they would have if they'd taken the opening kickoff.
Yeah, and it looked like a hole opened up there for a second, and then all of a sudden it was just closed down by that Boerne special team.
Well, with the new rule that you can't double team anymore, that gives you advantage
to
almost back to the kicking team.
And so the Panthers will come out here in the shotgun. Charlie Marsh at quarterback as the Panthers move left to right. They'll start with 3 wide to the right. Gibson the lone back. They'll send Pardo in motion. Marsh takes a snap, hands it to Gibson up the middle. Some room to run across the 35. And still on his feet up to the 38, 40-yard lines where he falls forward to. A pickup of 14 yards on first down, and it's 1st and 10 Panthers.
Richie Horner on the stop there for the Greyhounds. And it looked like he had a lot of room. He ran into the back of his receiver blocking downfield. It kind of slowed him up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And a good start there for the Panthers on offense, picking up 14 yards on the first play from scrimmage. Medina Valley back to the spread offense, 4 wide, 2 on each side here now. They'll send Hernandez in motion. Takes the snap, hands it to Gibson again up the middle, and actually Marsh is going to keep it going left side. He's going to have some room to run and a first down. He's brought down a 14-yard gain, so the Panthers in 2 yards get 28 yards and 2 first downs.
Ethan Hood, the cornerback, on the stop, but a great fake, a good job by James Gibson of carrying out that fake all the way through the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
fooled me.
Yeah, and all of us, the Boerne players, were tackling him, so it was a good play fake that time. Ball moves to the Greyhound 46-yard line. And Medina Valley back to the line of scrimmage here. Ball on the left hash. Medina Valley with trips out to the right. Marsh takes a snap. This time it's Gibson right up the middle. There's a flag going to be thrown, probably for holding against the Panthers. It was a pickup of, looks like, 4 yards for Gibson, but this is probably coming back.
It's either that or a chop block is in the middle, and it is a holding.
Hold against the Panthers. So 2 good plays, and then you move back 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20 for Medina Valley.
But with the holes you're opening so far early, you don't need to get out of this rhythm. Your offensive line is opening holes. Just stick with the game plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Penalties were a problem last weekend for both teams in that game. First game of the year, kind of sloppy. You hope the Panthers can kind of clean that up here moving into the second game of the season. This time the Panthers go with split backs, Pardo and Gibson in the backfield with Marsh. Takes a snap, hands it to Pardo coming this way, and they're going to get a false start here against the Panthers, so it'll be 1st and 25.
That's going to be on number 17. Mason Vogel was leaning towards the line of scrimmage. The flanker out to the right side of the formation, and he caught him leaning forward, and that's an easy call because he's right in front of the side judge.
Yep.
Or is that the line judge? Which one?
That's the head line. It's the
head linesman.
And just for all y'all listening, the band did just arrive. We just saw the trailer with all the instruments and the buses come through here, so they did show up just a little late here.
Just didn't get to hear the alma mater before the game.
So out of the gun they come here. Trips to the right. First down and 25. The ball's back to the Panther 39-yard line. Takes a snap. Marsh going to flip it forward on a shovel pass to Gibson, and he's going to get him about six yards on the play. Gets it up to the 46-yard line.
Getting up from the bottom of the pile. Number 10 for the Greyhounds. That's Elijah Marshall. Looked like that had a lot more room than that when it first happened.
It's going to be 2nd down and 18 for the Panthers. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. 9:26 to go here in the first quarter. Gibson the lone back. Marsh out of the gun. 3 wide for the Panthers over to the right side. Takes the snap. Marsh looking to throw. Sets up, still with time. Now throws. Complete to Pardo up to the 40, and he got leveled at the 40-yard line, but he hung on to the football, and it's going to bring up 3rd down, about 4 for the Panthers.
Logan Hance on the stop there, but a good job by Pardo of holding on to that ball because he got hit as soon as he brought the ball in.
Yeah, he made that catch with his back turned to the defender, and as soon as he turned around, he got planted.
Plenty of time for Marsh to look over the field to find the open receiver.
Yeah, because he initially wanted to go to his man more underneath, and he had to go over the top to Pardo. Ball at the champion 40. Panthers with 3rd and 4. Pardo in motion. They're going to fake it to him. Marsh is going to keep it. He's not going to get the first down. He gets no gain right there, and it's going to bring up 4th and 4. So an early decision here for Coach Crisp and the Panthers.
Scott Hetty on the stop. I think you send your offense out there and maybe try to get him to jump off sides, maybe get that free first down. And you have momentum. You've shown that you can move the ball. you're on the positive side of the field right now. Ball's at the 40, and Jared, looks like they need to get right down to the 36 for the first down.
Yep. Panthers come to the line of scrimmage here. Gibson the lone back. 2 wide receivers on each side of the formation. Marsh out of the gun. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Fires complete to Pardo over the middle. He's up across the 30, 25, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 22-yard line. And I
Panthers are
think they're going to
fortunate.
get, they got away with one because the whole line looked like it moved before the snap.
Your outside receiver was leaning once again, and the coach from Boerne is not happy with it, and I can't blame him because the Panthers got away with a false start.
Yeah, I thought they were going to blow the false start, but they kept the play going in a good pass and catch. Good pass to Pardo and a lot of room after the run. 1st and 10 Panthers from the Boerne 22-yard line. Marsh out of the shotgun. They'll send Pardo in motion from left to right. Takes the snap. Hands it Gibson. They're going to blow it dead, and you're going to get a false start against the Panthers again.
I don't know what is wrong.
Well, right there, they're pointing at number 23 like he was moving. When he was coming in motion, he was going towards the line of scrimmage.
That's not a false start.
Well, but that's who they were pointing at.
Well, we're going to see what the referee hasn't made the call. He might say illegal motion, and false start against the Panthers. So it'll be 1st and 15 here, and the Panthers with, what is that now, about 25 yards of penalties here in this drive. Fortunately, so far, they've been able to overcome them. Panthers back to the line quickly here. Now Marsh going to change things up. 16 on the play clock. Gibson to his right, out of the gun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. With time, sets up, fires over the middle, and he overthrew Caden Hernandez in the middle of the field. He had him open, just overthrew him, and it'll be 2nd down and 15.
Caden Hernandez had split the seam and was open just a little high. But it kind of looked like he kind of gave up on the pass right at the end. But, the pass was overthrown. But, hey, there was a zone open there in the middle.
Yep. It's something to look for later on in the football game also. So on 2nd down and 15, Panthers to the line of scrimmage here. Ball at their own 27-yard line. Pardo in motion. They're going to flip it to him, going around the left side with some room to run. He's going to get the corner. Across the 20, 15, 1st down. Flags fly in very, very late away from the play.
Had nothing to do with the play at all.
No, and he was run out of bounds, looks like around the 9-yard line, but we're going to see what the referees want to call here. And so flag was thrown around the 20-yard line, way away from the play.
Great block on the edge by number 13, Caden Hernandez. I'm not too sure if they may get him for a block in the back. It's one of those defenseless players, but he turned like he was going to go towards the ball, and Hernandez just put a lick on him.
Yep, that's what they call him.
Yep. Personal foul against Medina Valley. And that's going to move the Panthers back again, so that's going to negate the 1st down.
Would have been 1st and goal, wouldn't it,
Jared? It would have been 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Wow.
So what is that now, 6 penalties on this drive?
Yeah, I mean, that's 15 more yards, so that's 40 yards worth of penalties.
5th penalty.
Yeah, that's 40 yards worth of penalties on this drive alone. And they're just now stepping off the penalty against the Panthers.
And that's not a spot foul. That's from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so the ball's going to move back to the Boerne 42-yard line, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 20. 25. 2nd and 30. Yep, 2nd and 30. Wow. So out of the gun. No, that was 2nd down.
Through the seam past the first one.
So out of the gun, Marsh here. Takes the snap, looking to throw with time. Sets up, fires over the middle, complete up to the 24-yard line. And brought down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Great catch out there in traffic. Mason Doyen right in front of number 7, Ethan Hood. A good job, good use of the hands, bringing it in. That was a great throw and a great catch.
And it gets back to at least a 3rd and somewhat manageable here. So 3rd down, 12 to go. If the Panthers wouldn't commit these penalties and shoot themselves in the foot, they could have a touchdown by now. They are moving the football. So 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, trips to the right. Gibson the lone back. They'll send Pardo in motion from right to left. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw under pressure. Marsh has to scramble around. He's got a lot of guys in his face, and he's just going to throw it away on the run, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And Gibson was wide open on the far side of the field, but Marsh rolling to his right, and Gibson all the way on the other side of the field. He wasn't going to get back to him.
Nope, just could not get there. Good job just getting the ball, throwing it away, and keeping this 4th down where it's manageable. If he gets sacked, it's 4th down, and you have no chance. Here you're in between that spot where you can't really trust the field goal kicker this far away from the goalpost.
And the Panthers are going to go with an empty backfield. Gibson slotted out to the right. 5 receivers here. Marsh takes the snap. They're going to run it to Gibson. Makes the catch. Bounces off some tacklers. He's going to have the 1st down. Gets down to about the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, and there's Gibson.
That's the play he scored on from 40 yards out, right in front of number 7, Ethan Hood, and he got hit as soon as he got the ball, Jared. I don't think he would have had the yards to get if it wasn't yards after contact.
He bounced off one guy and then just kind of leaned his back into the other and moved forward for about 2 or 3 more yards. So 1st and goal, Panthers straight to the line of scrimmage. They'll send Hernandez from right to left in motion, 4 wide for the Panthers. Hands it to Gibson. Now Marsh is going to keep it as he pulled it out. Nowhere to go, fumbles the football. Medina Valley looks like they fell on it on the far side of the field. We'll see what the call is. Bernie's saying they have it.
I thought one of the big linemen jumped on it first for the Panthers.
I did too, unless it popped out at the end.
Medina Valley has it.
Yeah, it's Medina Valley ball. And it's going to be a loss of a couple, and then it's back at the 10-yard line, looks like, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 10.
That would have been disaster right there.
Yeah, actually they're going to spot him at the 9-yard line is where they marked it. Both linesmen were standing on the 10. Now they moved over. So it's 2nd down and goal.
That was 61 Viafane that recovered the loose football.
Yeah, and very fortunate for the Panthers that they got back on top of that. Out of the gun, Marsh. Gibson slotted out to the right, and that's going to be pitched to Pardo, and he's dropped for a loss of 5 back at the 15-yard line.
Number 22, Tim Taylor, the defensive lineman, had no part in that. He saw it coming and got Pardo behind the line of scrimmage.
And what happened there is Pardo came from a slot receiver position in motion, and they just flipped it to him coming by, and there was a defensive lineman right in there to make the tackle, not getting fooled on the play. 3rd down and goal from the 15 here for Medina Valley. 5:03 to play here in the first quarter, so the Panthers have eaten 7 minutes of clock off. Out of the shotgun here, 3 wide to the left. Gibson is the lone back for Marsh. Takes a snap. Marsh to throw. Heaves it up end zone towards Doyen. Goes up and he brings it down. No, he's going to say incomplete. He dropped it at the very end. He didn't hold the catch through the ground. And that's going to bring up 4th down and goal. That would have been an outstanding catch by Doyen, but he had it in his hands and he just couldn't hold on to it.
Got his feet in, but when he went to the ground, just could not hang on to the ball. A great, great effort by Mason Doyen.
And so we'll see what the Panthers want to do here on 4th down and goal. Ball at the 15-yard line, and it looks like they're going to go for it here. They'll empty the backfield. Gibson slotted out to the right. 5 wide receivers here. Now timeout's taken by Boerne. So the Greyhounds take a timeout. And timeout brought to you by Garner Abstract and Design. And with that timeout, we'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Back here at Boerne High School as we go to out of the timeout. It'll be 4th down and goal for the Panthers from the 15-yard line, and the Greyhounds took that timeout, wanting to talk that over and, make sure they're all on the same page here.
Very important fourth down here for both sides.
With 4:42 to go in the first quarter, this is the opening possession of the ball game still. Medina Valley's eating up over 7 minutes of clock. They come off the sideline straight to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide out to the right for the Panthers. Doyen by himself to the left. Gibson is alone back. Pardo moves from right to left in motion. Gonna throw, fires it toward the end zone. That should be interference, and it is. Pardo ran right into the defender right there, and Medina Valley's going to have first and goal there on the pass interference.
That time, number 7, Ethan Hood, never looked back for the ball until the last minute, and when he did, he impeded Pardo to go to the interference call, and a great job by the Panthers. I believe Jeff said that was the fourth down.
Yeah, fourth
drive.
Down of the drive.
And this drive started at the 26, and the Panthers are down to the 2, but have had 45 or 50 yards of penalties also.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be first and goal, Medina Valley from the 2. So Panthers will come out under center here. Going to go with an I formation. Gibson is the fullback. Pardo the deep back. They're going to hand it to Gibson up the middle. Bulls his way to the end zone, and I think they're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. No, they got him. They're going to talk it over. So one said touchdown, one said down, and they're going to talk it over now to make a call. And the call is touchdown.
The closest guy was the right one.
Yeah, the closest guy was the head linesman, absolutely. But, I mean, when you're looking at two of them, one says down, one says touchdown, and then they want to confer about it. But it is a touchdown, Medina Valley. Josh Gibson with a 2-yard touchdown run out of that fullback position there, and the Panthers with a 6-0 lead, and Garrison Garzon to try to tack on the extra point here for the Panthers.
Huge time killer, too. 8 minutes.
As they use that swinging gate, and Garza ready. Good snap. Left-footed kick is shanked and no good. And so that could come back later on in the game, but we'll see. 6-0 is your score after the missed extra point. But the big thing is that drive ate up 7 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock. There's 4:05 to go here in the first quarter. Medina Valley, despite having 50 or 60 yards of penalties in that first drive, still gets in the end zone.
Great opening drive. You couldn't have drawn it up any better. Took over half the quarter away. Boerne Greyhounds still looking for their first offensive possession, and we only have 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely, Maury. And, Boerne's right back out there. They're ready to get the ball and try to get their offense going here. I got to give Medina Valley credit there. They moved the ball. That kind of felt like the way that they did last year, running that different style of offense, but they did it here running a spread offense and still ate 7 minutes and 55 seconds off this clock. And it looks like Grove is going to do the kickoff here. Oh, Royce Grove Oil Company and Exxon is who the kickoff's brought to you by. With multiple locations in surrounding areas, stop in for fuel, drinks, or snacks. Family owned and operated since 1985, and Garza has the ball teed up and ready to kick it away. Left-footed kicker will put his foot into it, an end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for at the 21-yard line, and so they'll get it at the 25, I believe. And it'll be 1st and 10 Boerne from there, and that'll be their first possession of the ball game. We'll see what this Panther defense can do against Boerne offense that I'm told they have a pretty good quarterback from what I've heard.
They usually do.
Yeah.
But, defense showed great signs. They put a lot of pressure last week against the Pirates. It wasn't really the passing game that got to Medina Valley last week.
No,
it was
you're
more
exactly
of the
right.
running game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And they'll come to the line of scrimmage here. Number 1